Welcome to this exploration of the technology that made the secure internet possible. Every time you see a padlock icon in your browser, every online purchase you make, every password you type, all protected by a protocol that traces back to 1994. SSL, the Secure Sockets Layer, was created to solve a simple but critical problem. How do you communicate securely over a network designed without security in mind? SSL and its successor TLS became the foundation of internet security, enabling e-commerce, online banking, and private communication. Let's understand how the web got its padlock. The early internet had no security. When Tim Berners-Lee created the World Wide Web in 1989, security wasn't a priority. The web was for sharing academic documents, not credit card numbers. HTTP, the protocol for web communication, transmitted everything in plain text. Anyone on the network path could read your passwords, credit card numbers, private messages, and search queries. As the web grew beyond academia, this became untenable. By 1994, businesses saw the web's commercial potential. But how could customers trust online stores? Sending credit card numbers over the open internet was like shouting them across a crowded room. The commerce problem required encryption to hide data, authentication to verify websites, and integrity to detect tampering. Without these guarantees, e-commerce couldn't exist. Netscape Communications dominated the early web browser market. Founded in 1994, Netscape released Navigator, the browser that brought the web to mainstream users. By 1995, Netscape had over 80% market share. Netscape understood that secure commerce would drive the web's growth, and they assembled a team to create a security protocol. Key figures in SSL's development included Taher Elgamal, the chief scientist and inventor of the Elgamal encryption scheme, who led SSL's design and became known as the father of SSL. Kip Hickman, a principal engineer, wrote the SSL specification and led implementation, while Phil Carlton, an architect, shaped SSL's design. This team faced a challenge: create a protocol that was cryptographically strong, efficient enough for real-time web browsing, and simple enough for widespread adoption. SSL version 1.0 was developed in 1994, but never publicly released. The team found significant security flaws before launch. This decision, holding back a flawed product, reflected an understanding that security protocols must be right. A broken protocol would be worse than none at all. SSL 2.0 launched in February 1995 with Netscape Navigator 1.1. For the first time, web users could communicate securely with websites. The browser displayed a padlock icon to indicate a secure connection. SSL 2.0 introduced server authentication using certificates, encrypted communication, and a handshake protocol. But SSL 2.0 had weaknesses that would become apparent over time. SSL's core innovation is the handshake, a protocol for establishing secure connections. First, the browser sends a client hello with supported encryption methods. Then the server responds with a server hello, selecting an encryption method and providing its certificate. Next, using public key cryptography, client and server establish a shared secret key. Finally, all subsequent data is encrypted with this shared key, happening in milliseconds, invisible to users. How do you know a website is legitimate? SSL introduced digital certificates, electronic documents that bind a public key to an identity. Certificate authorities are trusted organizations that verify website identities and issue certificates. This creates a chain of trust. Your browser trusts certain root CAs, which then vouch for websites. You trust websites because you trust the CAs. When you see the padlock, your browser has verified the certificate's signature, confirmed it hasn't expired, and checked that it matches the website's domain. SSL 3.0, released in 1996, was a complete redesign. It brought stronger handshake protocols, better cipher negotiation, and protection against downgrade attacks. It also supported certificate chains and message authentication codes for integrity. SSL 3.0 became the widely deployed standard, proving secure web communication could be fast, reliable, and user-friendly. As Microsoft's Internet Explorer challenged Netscape, both browsers supported SSL. But proprietary protocols create problems, and the Internet community wanted an open standard. In 1996, the Internet Engineering Task Force began standardizing SSL. The result, published in 1999, was TLS 1.0, Transport Layer Security. TLS was essentially SSL 3.1, renamed to reflect its status as an open standard rather than a Netscape product. TLS took SSL's core design and improved it. TLS 1.0 standardized SSL 3.0. TLS 1.1 added better protection against cipher block chaining attacks. TLS 1.2 supported modern ciphers and improved flexibility. TLS 1.3 was a major overhaul. Faster handshakes, removed obsolete features, and mandatory forward secrecy. Each version addressed vulnerabilities while maintaining backward compatibility. SSL TLS faced a constant battle against attackers. Attacks like Beast, Crime, Heartbleed, POODLE, and Freak exploited various weaknesses. Each attack led to patches, deprecations, and protocol improvements. SSL 3.0 and TLS 1.0 are now considered insecure and disabled by default. Taher Elgamal deserves special recognition. Born in Egypt, Elgamal earned his PhD at Stanford under Martin Hellman. He invented the Elgamal encryption and signature schemes. At Netscape, he championed strong cryptography when others wanted weaker, faster alternatives. His insistence on security over convenience shaped SSL's design. Elgamal later reflected, "I'm proud that SSL became the foundation for secure communication on the Internet." SSL's early years coincided with U.S. government restrictions on cryptography exports. Strong encryption was classified as munitions, illegal to export. Netscape had to create a weak export version of SSL for international users. This led to absurdities. U.S. users got strong encryption. International users got crackable encryption. The restrictions relaxed in the late 1990s, finally allowing strong encryption worldwide. For years, HTTPS was used only for sensitive pages. The turning point came in the 2010s. Google began using HTTPS as a ranking signal in 2010 and announced HTTPS Everywhere as a goal in 2014. In 2016, Let's Encrypt launched, offering free certificates. By 2018, Chrome began marking HTTP sites as not secure. Today, over 95% of web traffic is encrypted. Let's Encrypt, launched in 2016, transformed web security. Before, certificates cost $50 to $300 per year, with complex manual renewal processes. Small websites often went without HTTPS. After Let's Encrypt, free certificates became available for everyone with automated issuance and renewal. Over 300 million active certificates are now in use. By removing cost and complexity barriers, Let's Encrypt made encryption the default for the entire web. Modern TLS 1.3 is far stronger than original SSL, offering faster handshakes, only strong ciphers, and no legacy weaknesses. It provides enhanced privacy with encrypted certificate information and mandatory forward secrecy. Its simplicity comes from removing obsolete features and complexity. Every major browser, server, and application supports TLS 1.3. The protocol Netscape created has evolved into a robust, well-analyzed standard. SSL TLS protects more than web browsing. It secures email, VPNs, instant messaging, APIs, IoT devices, and databases. The protocol designed for web commerce now secures almost all internet communication. However, SSL TLS isn't perfect. Challenges include certificate trust issues, implementation bugs like Heartbleed, and metadata exposure. Performance overhead, though minimized, also exists. The quantum threat also looms, as TLS key exchange may be vulnerable to future quantum computers. Consider what SSL TLS enabled: trillions of dollars in online transactions annually. It enabled secure online banking, privacy from surveillance, and trust in legitimate sites. Without SSL TLS, the internet economy couldn't exist. Many contributed to SSL TLS's success, including Taher Elgamal, Kip Hickman, and Phil Carlton from Netscape. Tim Dierks and Christopher Allen authored the TLS 1.0 specification, while Eric Rescorla was a key figure in TLS 1.2 and 1.3 development. Josh Ass and Eric Rescorla founded Let's Encrypt, and countless researchers found vulnerabilities that drove improvements. SSL TLS offers enduring lessons. Security requires iteration, openness aids security, and usability matters. Backward compatibility has costs, and free and easy solutions, like Let's Encrypt, transform adoption. The journey from SSL to ubiquitous encryption began in 1994 with SSL 1.0, followed by SSL 2.0 in 1995 and SSL 3.0 in 1996. TLS standardized SSL in 1999, TLS 1.2 added modern cryptography in 2008, and Let's Encrypt made encryption free in 2016. TLS 1.3 delivered the modern standard in 2018. Today, over 95% of web traffic is encrypted, a testament to this evolution. SSL began as a project to enable online shopping. It became the security foundation of the internet. When Netscape's team created SSL in 1994, they solved an immediate commercial problem. But their design proved robust enough to protect not just credit cards, but all internet communication. The padlock icon in your browser represents decades of cryptographic research, protocol evolution, and hard-won lessons from security failures. Every secure connection, every password protected, every transaction secured, every message encrypted, traces back to a team at Netscape who understood that the internet needed security built in, not bolted on. When you see that padlock, remember, it represents one of computing's great success stories, a protocol that evolved from a browser feature to the security infrastructure of the digital world.